Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. When I upload more videos like this one. So today, guys, we are back with The Wire, season 4, episode number 4. Okay, it's called Refugees. Now, last week we talked about episode 2 and 3. So sometimes we might hit you with 2 episodes at once, depending on what happens in the episode. If the episode is a little blah blah and we could fit 2, we'll do 2. But this one had a nice amount of things going on. So here we go. What's up, Eric S., Daria, and Rashonda, if you're in here. Everybody coming in, thank you so much for being here. This was some type of episode, guys. As you can see, going across the screen is the episode quote, or the quote of the episode. No one wins. One side just loses more slowly. And that is by Prez Belewski, who's now teacher, Mr. Prez Belewski. All right, guys, so we're going to get started. Let's see. I'm going to bring in my guests.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey. So we are going to get started with this episode. And, it starts off with Marlo, right? And he is at a card game. I don't know if they're playing. Are they playing poker?
Yeah.
They playing something.
They're playing poker.
Okay. So
I'm thinking they playing poker because I saw chips and stuff.
Right. I know. But I think they use some other stuff with chips, but I thought it was poker. So whatever. Let's say it's poker, but they call it a card game, but it doesn't matter, right? They're gambling. Okay. And he's there and he's learning. These folks are schooling him, taking him to school and taking his money, okay? And Marlo is playing the long game, pretty much. We find that out. He's playing the long game, and I really don't trust him. I just don't trust him to be a student of anything and then not to try to do harm to somebody. I can't stand Marlo, guys. So anyway, as he leaves the card game, he goes outside, kind of across the street to a grocery store, and he he buys something, but then he sees a security guard there and he looks him right in his eyes and he puts 2 lollipops in his pocket, like looking right at him. First of all, he looks at him as he's walking because he sees the security guard, I guess, is watching him. Mm-hmm. And then he looks at him again and puts the lollipop in his pocket, 2 lollipops. And I'm like, you know what? Like you did that on purpose, as if to say, like, say something.
Yeah.
So the security guard is like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what? You think I like coming here and everything? You think I brag about this job and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what you did and all that. And, Marlo is not trying to hear nothing, looking the other way and all that. And he's like, you wanted one way. You wanted one way. I'm gonna let you get in this.
Wanted one way. He was like, I'm not trying to disrespect you.
Yeah, he said, I'm not trying to come at you.
But I'm a man.
I'm not trying to come at you. I told you I ain't trying to come at you. So he said, you wanted one way. Like, stop saying that.
You wanted to be one way.
And he said, yeah, you wanted to be one way. So he said, what did he say? He said, stop saying that. He said, but it's the other way. And so freaking Chris comes out, like, yo, who won it? Like, do we have a problem? I meant to upload that picture of what is his name? Marlon Wayans from Don't Be a Menace.
When they've been using the meme with the guy with the NBA dude now.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that scene where he got like
do
a
we
missile.
have a problem?
Yes, he got the
They've
missile.
been using that picture for him, for Jay Morant.
I don't know who that is.
You
talking about that basketball player?
Yeah, they've been using.
What's up, Marlon? We talking about Marlon Wayans, and you come up in here, Marlon. Say cheese. So yeah, he came up like, do we have a problem? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So go ahead, Moochie, say what you have to say about this, because I just can't stand Marlo. I really can't. I just thought it was disrespectful.
Attitude right here. I didn't like what he did to this man. Mm-hmm. I didn't like this at all. I thought it was kind of messed up, because he's like, he's a hardworking man. He's not in the game. And this is a person you shouldn't even came at like this. So he's throwing a lot of rules out the window right now, as
Mm-hmm.
far as
Exactly.
far as the game goes.
Yep. A
He's
whole
playing by his
civilian.
own rules.
Sure is. Oh gosh, I cannot deal with him. So the one and only only Marlon. All right, guys. So next, the boys. Unfortunately, what I will say before we move on is that it's sad that this man wanted to say something as a man and keep telling him like, I'm not stepping to you, I'm not stepping to you, but I am a man. And it's just kind of like, bro, you really should just shut your mouth, because
Yeah, he
this
shouldn't
dude
have even
doesn't.
came outside and said
Yeah,
anything to him.
yeah,
Let
he's
him go on with them 2 lollipops and have a
right.
nice day.
Yeah, because you just, yeah, it's a wrap for you now. Just basically, it's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now the boys are talking. They're in the gym and they talk about, the event that took place at school with the whole slicing and dicing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And Naaman is reenacting the scenario, and Dookie is telling the kids that first of all, of course, every time Naaman gets up in Dookie's face, we got the protector over there, Mike, saying, "All right," he said, "Leave him alone." You know what I mean? So then Dookie is saying, Dookie is saying that he heard that her father deleted like 3 popo, right? And her mom boils cats and she be serving him and all that. And it's like, what the freak is going on, right? So you got Randy over there just being very quiet. You can always tell when something is bothering Randy. And he's just sitting there quiet, like, yo, she was in a group home, right? Letitia was in a group home, and you don't need to be having a mother that boil cats or whatever for you to go crazy. That place makes you go crazy. So meanwhile, we also have Spider hasn't shown up to train. He ain't been nowhere to be found. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just that. I don't know if you want to say anything. I'm just going over this part.
I just didn't like the fact that Naaman bullies Dookie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he's, like, leave me alone and things of that nature. But I did like the fact that Mike stepped in and like diffused the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
also like that I don't know if I'm going too far ahead as far as Cuddy with them, with letting Mike come and go in the ring with him, because that
Mm-hmm.
was discussed next.
Right. But they
And
didn't even my thing is, I wanted to see it happen.
yeah, but you
So
see that he's taking you see that Mike is somewhat taking an interest in boxing,
mm-hmm.
but he's kind of like he just wanted to do it amongst his friends
Yeah.
and get in the ring and chop it up with them.
Right.
But Cuddy's trying to teach him something, so he's trying
Mm-hmm.
to be a mentor to these young men
Yeah.
and keep them out of the street. And this is a nice place for them to be.
It is. So Kima's first day in homicide, and they over here playing jokes, having her call a freaking zoo, asking for Mr. Lion. All right. And the lady's like, aren't you a little too old for this? She's like, excuse me? This is Detective Greg's. And she's like, and you're calling the zoo. She's like, okay, this is Detective Greg. And she's like, and you're asking for Mr. Lion. Being a police officer is probably super annoying when you first start, like as a rookie, because I'm pretty sure they just be a bunch of A wipes.
That's what any job, if you a rookie and it go by seniority, that you get the 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 poo poo end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Where you be like, you get, or I could say it's kind of like a hazing thing, but it's not that harsh. But they do little things like play tricks, or I thought it was kind of cute.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand them. All right, so now we got Fat Man Scoop.
What you called him?
Fat Man Scoop. So he wants, because I don't know his name, so I'm
Why?
sorry.
Look,
Any
I don't know why you said that. You know you get me started, right?
Fat Man
Last time,
Scoop, because
yeah.
I almost got
Remember
Chucky.
the last time that was brought up was with the club outfit, and
Yeah, we
Who? Oh, you got
Don't
a
start.
$100 bill? Put your hands
All
up.
right,
You
no,
got a.
no, stop.
Yeah, they did
Oh
do Greg's dirty.
gosh. So Fat Man Scoops, he wants more time to basically pay Marlo for the package that Omar stole. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He even gives them, oh, he's Old Face Andre? Wow. So anyway, Fat Man Scoop.
We're gonna go and call them old face. That's what they call them, old face
Yeah, Old
Andre.
Face Andre.
Because he looked like a little old man.
He don't to me, but I'm gonna call him Fat Man Scoop. So Fat Man Scoop has he wants a pack. He is basically trying to get Marlo to see the light a little bit, see how the game should be played, which it ain't played like that, my brother. Okay, he is comparing himself to the Delta Airlines, and Marlo is the government that should basically help him out, give him a little leeway when it comes to a terrorist like
Mm-hmm.
Omar. And Marlo was like, Omar ain't no terrorist. I ain't the government, and you ain't no freaking Delta Airlines. Like, you need to give me my money, okay? And in the meantime, I like that ring because they was about to cut it off his hand if they had to.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, it's kind of, it's a little small. His finger
I
got a
got some
little.
sentimental value to me.
Yeah, he was like, that don't mean nothing to me. I was like, he is
You
so
owe me money?
screwed
Give me
up.
that ring.
Mm-hmm. I take the ring right now. Okay. So, after he leaves, Old Face Andre leaves, and then we have Chris and Marlo talking, but he brings up the card game again, like I'm about to go over there again, like I'm gonna need 100 and a half. And Chris was looking at him like 100 and a half. Like, what are you doing? Like, without saying too much, you could tell like he's looking at him like, bro, you're ODing. And it seems to be pretty much okay for Chris to kind of put Marlo in check a little bit if he needs. It's not like he's putting him in check in a rude way, but he's saying something like, "Yo, you like you good? Like you over here spending a lot of money." So what did you have to say about that? Like, what's your opinion on the situation? I mean, this is where we find out he's kind of playing like the long game, like, oh, it takes patience and everything to learn from these guys or whatever. And I might one day I'm gonna walk out with this and that, or one day I might just ask you to come and take care of them or something like that. And I didn't like when he said that. But go ahead, and if you have something to say about
I like that the fact that we're getting to know Marlo this season and what he's about. And as far as with this guy, he's really afraid of Marlo.
who Fat Man Scoop.
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's afraid of Marlo. He's afraid of Marlo. Yeah, he's afraid of Marlo. So yeah.
Hey Savannah. Yeah, Marlo is getting his gamble on, and that's a
Hey
problem.
Savannah.
That's a problem. And what I was trying to get your opinion on is the situation with Chris and Marlo's conversation. Like, what did you think about that? Because I kind of saw a little bit of I saw something right there. I'm like, okay, well, it seems like if anybody could say something and maybe not to say put him in check like that, but
Definitely is Chris.
yeah,
And he could say it without getting
saying
on
it.
his bad side.
Mm-hmm.
He'll
Yep.
he'll accept it because it's coming from him.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a problem? You don't want do you have a problem to turn into a problem for you.
No, definitely not.
Maybe that's why he could say it.
Mm.
Oh gosh. All right. So let me see. I'm just gonna make sure that I have everything. Okay, so now we have here that the colonel he is going to Burrell because he wants to know if they can keep the veteran investigators on a pending case, right? I think it's the case about the witness that just died.
Mhm.
And he want to put a rookie on it. Okay? And he's like, "Well, if I could get you to if I could promise you to if I could promise you that nothing else is going to get leaked to the press, then can we still put a veteran investigator? Can we keep the veteran investigator on the case?" And Burrell ain't trying to hear that, right? Because he wants the case stalled. So we find out later on that it's gonna go to Kima, which is crazy. Everybody's looking like, yo, this is not right. And he is over here trying to tell Burrell, like, sir, this is not right, this and that. And Burrell, of course, tries to pull rank here, like, are you, well, I forgot exactly what he said, but like, am I hearing you right? Am you questioning me? Whatever he said. But the point is that he's not, he doesn't want to hear nothing nobody has to say. You wanted to say something about this part?
I thought that him doing this was gonna cause some type of uh I feel like him doing this was gonna cause some type of problems.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Greg's is like a bad cop. So
Right.
she had a Bunk helping her out and
Mm-hmm.
the other person. So I didn't understand what the problem was because she's a good investigator as it is already. She knows
Yeah.
more of what's going on out there in the streets than a lot of people. So
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like this was like gonna shake up things by them doing this because it was gonna shake up things and piss people off. And I think it was done for a political strategy.
Yeah, because they don't want nobody. They want it to be stalled. They probably feel like she, and I don't know, so don't confirm. They
Or
probably
not.
feel they probably feel like she, since she's a rookie, she ain't gonna find no leads on this thing.
Hmm.
Man, they don't know Kima. They do not know Kima, and she been working, like you said, she been working under Freeman too. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
So,
They underestimated her, they
yeah,
say, very much.
yep. So now we have Prez, and he gets to the school. He tries to address his class about what happened with the girls, right? But one of the kids says that he heard he was a cop. So he was like, yo, you was a cop, Mr. Prez, and all of this. So now all the kids are like, yo, you a cop, you ever shot somebody, you ever this, you ever that. But first of all, you know who it had to be that started that was very disruptive. Naming gets on my freaking nerves. He's just one of those kids that he always has to be disruptive in the class. It's so irking to me. So of course, as Prez is trying to teach, or say, address the class, address the situation, he had to be the one to say something. So now everybody's not even thinking about what he's trying to say about the situation.
Yeah.
Everybody want to ask if he ever, shot anybody and all that stuff. Like, so
Hmm.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. But what you say?
I feel like he took the focus off the whole thing because he was
Yeah.
trying to basically talk to the class because that was kind of like a traumatizing thing for them to see the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
for him to address it, let you know that he cares about the students, and I like that about him, that the way he's communicated. We seen Prez change a lot
Mm-hmm.
as far as being a from being a cop, from when he
Yeah,
started
busting
being
that
a
kid up.
behind busting that,
Yeah.
making that kid lose his eye, to now when
Mm-hmm.
he's actually communicating with these kids and getting to know them.
Yes. Yes. Yep. And they in there talking, the class, they in there talking before he said anything. You heard the girl saying, there's only but so much somebody could take and all this stuff. Like, she was starting trouble. You can't be mad when somebody finished something after you was starting it. She was starting it, she had it with the whole mirror and all. Like, they was really having a whole conversation. I was like, but that's how it is. I like how real that scene was, you know. But it is sad, and like you said, they're still kind of, like, even the principal said in a later scene that they're not, you may not think that they're still processing it, but they are. It may not look
Hmm.
like it, but they are still processing it. Because everywhere they go, they talking about the daggone thing, child. So there was something that he was talking that Marlon said he was talking down to Chris. I don't know who he's talking about, but I didn't peep that. If you're talking about Marlo was talking down to Chris, I didn't see it. Okay. Decision day for Bodie. Okay, so he gotta let it be known, like, is you gonna take the package or what? Are you gonna be walking? What's up? So he's like, well, I mean, I told little Kevin, right? I think to shoot y'all if you come up, but he walked away or whatever. So, makes a little joke. And then he tells them that he will be on a package. Like, I guess I'm gonna be on your package. And so we find out that it's gonna be a 60-40 split. And I doubt if the 60 is going to him. What you think?
Yeah, of course they joking him. So they
I'm like,
basically got him really, really. They doing him dirty.
mm-hmm. Very. So I
But
don't
he's
know,
like
child.
one of the last of the Avon crew or the Barksdale
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah.
Like he's one
So
of the. I'm here, Savannah. One of the
yeah.
last of the Barksdale crew. So he's the last man standing, so to say. Between him, right? I mean, that's what we seen right now. I don't know if there's anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, this is what he looks like. He's the last man standing out of Avon Cool. Slim, he's down with the co-op now.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't seen Poop. I mean, he gonna be back, but I haven't seen him. I don't really even know where he is, to be honest.
Right.
So um all right, so that's that. So now next we got Cuddy. He gets a job with the school hauling kids. Like, he basically truancy, but I guess he gets hired as like a janitor or something like that. That's her way to do things. Gets hired as a janitor. But he's not gonna be a janitor. He's gonna be hauling the kids off the street for $12 an hour. And this is thanks to the deacon for putting in the word, right? So you could talk. You want to talk about how what this job entails, Moochie, him
But
hauling these kids off the
look, the
street
job entails. Keep in mind, his ex is still
is
at
at
that
the school.
school. So I'm wondering if they're gonna have any sort of like interaction now that he's working at the school. But
Don't say you wondering. Don't say you wondering. You're not allowed to say you're wondering.
Why not?
You know if they're gonna have interaction.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna leave
well
it alone.
anyway.
I'm gonna
Look,
leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
leave it. Leave it. I'm wondering like that. How is that gonna be?
How's it gonna?
Um, but the way they are doing this, can we elaborate on how they're picking up these kids?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
That's what I
just
want
want to
you to
know where
do.
I'm going because I don't want to go
Nice.
too far.
Yeah, that's why I
The
said
way they're picking
explain
up
the
these
job.
kids, they only got to go to school one day out the month. They picked
Ain't
them
that
up one time. The guy was like, "Oh, I already did my September day." What?
exactly? I'm like, what?
And he just want to throw bottles up on the side of the
Yo,
building. They like instead of being in a classroom. Like really?
yes. I'm like, who the heck doesn't want to go to school to socialize, be around other kids?
What's up,
You just
Arlo?
throwing, hey Art Love, you just throwing bottles at the wall. And Cuddy was like, school is school. But the guy was like, yeah, and I'm trying to school you, sir. Like, this is
Don't
how it
chase
is.
after them. He
Yeah,
got it.
it ain't worth it, right?
He was
You're
like,
not
"Who
worth
didn't
it.
come for September?"
It was like, get it over with, so we ain't got to come looking for y'all later. They like, all right, we gonna get this over with. Like,
I
this is
couldn't believe.
insane.
I was like, "Wow." And this is 20 years ago, and now look at the schools.
Yep.
Look at how they treat the teachers.
Yeah.
And I know, this is just crazy. Like how we're watching this, and we're watching how the transition of the educational system
hmm
has become.
Yeah, absolutely. Our love. Wandering equals spoilers. All right, guys. So now Randy gets caught skipping class, and we know what he's doing, right? Every
Yeah.
freaking time there's a commotion going on in the class, he slips the freak out. Now this time, Prez kind of saw him slip out of class, and he saw it was two kids that bounced. It was Sherrod and him.
Yeah.
And so this time he gets caught out there, and now she's like, I'm about to call Anna, I'm gonna call Miss Anna and everything. Like, what you gonna call Miss Anna for? Because she's like, well, you doing something out here, you need to let me know what's going on, because you could be tagging the walls, I don't know. And he's like, that ain't me tagging the walls. And then you got Cuddy kind of like, because he was in the office just now getting the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he over there looking at him, because he knows him from the gym,
Right.
and he's looking at him like, yo, you might as well go on and tell the truth, brother. To me, that's the look that he gave. Like, go on and tell the truth. Like, I don't think he was telling him to tell some. I like we ain't gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about that when we get to the situation. But
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like the look that he was giving him was, you might as well just tell the freaking truth. That's what I thought he was saying. All right. But whatever. Anyway, do you want to say anything about this?
I thought I like the way he looked over at him like that, like, you know, boy, what you like, you know how he be like, what you doing, boy?
Mm-hmm.
But I like
Yeah.
the way he, looked over at him, but he you know, once she Mr. Miss Anna, he like, no, you don't gotta call her, because he knows he could get moved from there
Mm-hmm.
if he keeps Miss B, if he becomes a problem for Miss Anna.
Yeah, he's scared.
Yeah, he's very scared.
Oh, I always loved Randy. He's such a sweet kid. But yeah, anywho, so I to be let me before I'm not gonna go into what happens later, but I thought that when he was like, okay, 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 I thought he was gonna confess about what he was doing. That's what I thought. So
Nah, but I don't understand the lady that brought him in there when
don't
this
put
is
any spoilers,
no
Marlon.
oh, this happened
I
already.
need you moderating, Moochie,
All
please.
right, I got it.
Um, go ahead. What you say,
I
Mooch?
said the person that I mean, he got caught 2 days down there. The other
Uh-huh.
teacher called
She,
him
yeah, she
because
caught him
she
in the
was
lunchroom.
basically, she was like, you're supposed to, if this was this, that means time stood still.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she didn't even say why he was really there.
Who didn't say, the teacher?
Yeah.
The one in the lunchroom?
Hmm.
Yeah, because she knew exactly what he was doing.
No, but I'm saying she could have told the principal why he was really down there,
Right.
so
That's
that
what
way
I'm saying.
she knows he wasn't tagging the walls and
Right.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. She knew exactly what it was. You feel me? It's all right, Marlon. Just, remember, I don't remember everything. So, and that spoiler that you put on there, I remember that. But I'm just saying, since I see you put a spoiler, I have to let you know, please don't, because that's that's it. Okay. God King Consciousness, what up? In the building. All right. So where are we at next? So Bunk is still, guys, he is still looking for Lex. Okay. Now they done went to Lex's mom's house and they
Mm.
see a freaking shrine of candles on her mantle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As if she knows her son is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna get back to that in a minute. We're gonna elaborate on that. But if do you want to say anything about only that particular scene with the shrine? Like, what did you
You
think
could
when you
see the
saw that?
sadness in that woman's eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
the way Bunk confronted her, and she just was like, I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Bunk in her had that look where he knows the deal.
Mm. I know what's his name was there, and he the one you need to have, okay, in case you miss something. Freeman, and he's like, is your son ever coming? Did he say, is your son ever coming back, or did Bunk say it?
I think it was.
It
I
was
thought it
Freeman.
was Bunk that said
Oh,
it.
he probably did say it. Because I'm just like, but that's, I know why I said that. Never mind. Never, I don't want to jump, but I know why I said it, because it was the conversation that happened later on. Yeah, but I guess when Bunk saw the shrine, that's when he was like, is your son ever coming back?
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all still trying to look for this
Because
kid,
that's
ain't
what
nowhere to
he
be
said. Look,
found.
we're gonna keep coming here anytime we want, and
Mm-hmm.
just walking on through your house. He don't want to do that. So if
Yeah,
you really know he's not here, why don't you tell us and stuff like that? But she seems like she's too scared to talk.
yeah, yeah. I don't understand why. Like, if she just she seems scared, but it's like she also knows. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you afraid of? I guess she's afraid of somebody, but because she can't snitch on nobody, she don't freaking know. I don't know. Ah. Anyway, so Joe meets with Marlo, Prop Joe,
Mm-hmm.
and he invites him to be a part of the co-op, of course, and it's a no-go. And he's like, you can have, nobody's gonna mess with you. You could get lawyers, you get this, you get that. He's like, well, I need a lawyer for it. I can pay for my own, this and that. Like, just missing the whole point of everything. We could drive the people out of East
We could drive the New
Baltimore.
Yorkers out of
Yeah,
there because they coming in trying to take
drive them
over.
out of East Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
I
well,
don't care
I
about
don't care
East
about East
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Like, what the heck I care for? And then he says, okay, well, nobody will F with you. Like, and he said, nobody F's with me now. And that was just like,
but he put out his hand and shook it. So he's gonna get down with them, it looks like.
Nobody F's. Don't
That's
say
when he shook his hand. It's right there. What are you talking about? And then he said,
don't be yelling at me. Sure,
because you're saying it like I went ahead. I didn't.
He said nobody F's with me now with a handshake.
When you hit a handshake, is that sealing a deal?
No, he's saying like,
he
thank
said
you, but I don't.
To
but
him
no,
after
thank
that.
you. He said nobody F's with me now with a handshake. Like, he cut him off. It's like when Prop Joe was trying to. It's like when Prop Joe was trying to like still push him to basically sell it to him. He said nobody else with me now, like as if to say thank you for your time, get the heck out of here. That's what I got out of it.
I didn't get that.
Well, you know what is gonna happen. So if I don't know it,
even when
then let me not know it. That's all. I just want to be able to kind of guess the way I'm guessing without folks saying, no, you're not right about that, because you know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't think that's how it was, Moochie. Even if you may be right, I don't think that's right. So I'm going to stick with that. And if I'm wrong, let me find out later. That's all. Don't get all, don't get your panties all up in a knot and a bunch and all that and a twist and all that. All right. So Marlon Easton said Marlo ain't lending nobody an ear. Joe didn't realize that you can't negotiate from a position of power. Unless you in a position of power. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that one. All right, so the next one now is we have Freeman is thinking, guys. He's thinking. So you know what that means. All right, after going with Bunk to see Lex's mom in her shrine, he's sure that Lex is dead, obviously, right? And he gets on Bunk about this, like, what the heck was you thinking? I thought you was losing it for a second. And he's like, man, the shrine wasn't there the last time I went. And all Bunk get on my nerves sometimes with his nasty freaking behind. All he thinking about is, I want to get some pussy. Like, and I don't even want to say that. Please forgive me. But he didn't say the ussy. He said ussy. So I just maybe thought that I could say it. This man is over there. What up, little support gaming in Little Rock? This man is over here trying to figure out, yo, Marlo is a young lion, so of course he gotta have a kill. This freaking kid, Lex, is dead. So where is the body, right? And he's asking him all this, and all this dude is talking about is some coochie. Moochie, what do you want to say about this?
He was like, that girl out of your league. Come on now.
Yeah, she young.
She young. She out of your league. You ain't getting that, my man.
All right, Ms. K, you are correct about the initial meeting between Joe and Marlo. Okay, so that means that Moochie's probably giving up something. If I'm right about the initial,
I thought when they shook hands, that's what he was saying, and then he said something after that. So I mean, I just watched it. That's why I'm going from that.
Okay.
Because when he said it, he was like, and nobody messes with me now. Like, I wasn't trying to go ahead.
No, I know. I'm just, I'm not even talking about this episode. I'm talking about ahead in the future period, not the episode.
I was talking about right then. That's what I thought he was saying. It like, and nobody messes with me now. Because when he said it the first time, and then he said it a second time.
Yeah, I felt like he was just like cutting them off. Like, I said what I said. Like, nobody messes with me now. Like, you could go now.
Because remember how he dismissed Stringer Bell before? When they tried to link up and he was trying to dismiss him?
Yeah.
So that's why he did. There was no handshake with those two.
Well,
That's
I don't
why.
know.
That's
Maybe
what
he
I was
just
taking it from that with that.
oh, maybe he's saying there's no love lost, but just get the hell out of Dodge for me. See, now you got King Consciousness over here elaborating with the spoiler for you. See, that's why I need you to stop, pump your brakes,
It
Moochie.
says
'Cause
at
now
that
they're gonna
moment.
do
Are
it.
you reading the comment?
Yes, that came later, Moochie. It ain't that moment Marlo rejected Joe. That's what he said. So clearly that means he just elaborated on your spoiler that you were giving. That's what I'm saying.
Never mind. I
Goodness.
can't win with you.
You can't because you're
I can't
spoiling
win
it.
with you. I can't
That's why
win.
it's called
I always tell me
Art Love.
spoilers.
Art Love. Let me find out. Let me find Art Love's comment if it's
I
there.
can't win with me scared because she
There
always
we
say
go.
I tell me spoilers.
That's why they're called moochies.
I can't win, so I gonna go back on mute.
Now you gonna put the Beijing accent on. I can't. Anyway, so Coleman, look, I'm clapping my hands like freaking whatchamacallit did on on Power. We ain't talking about Power. We ain't talking about Power. What's up, young boy? Look, King Conscious says sorry for the moochie. I can't with y'all. Anywho, so Coleman is at the school making observations because he got a new job. Can you please talk about the new job, Moochie, that Coleman has? He's
I'm
up.
trying. I feel like I'm walking on a floor with glass
Don't.
because I ain't trying to cut my feet because then I would be going ahead.
Freaking just talk about this
Let me pick the
episode.
glass out of my feet.
My gosh. Pick the glass out of your feet. There you go.
Now, what you say now?
I said, Coleman, we see that, after that situation that happened in the last episode with the chick and the John, he left that job and now he's working with this doctor that wants to do some type of reform with the school system with the young kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now Coleman is at the school and he's making his observations. So did you want to go on and chat about that a little bit? Or no?
Look. They had this. Are we at where they're at the school talking about it, right? And they're
Yeah.
considering it, but they're telling them all the risk
Mm-hmm.
and all of
You
the
can
things.
talk about
That,
everything involved in that in this episode because I'm not going to talk about it again, so it's okay. I don't got time to binge watch. Have you heard? I'm in school to get my doctorate. Let's get it. Let's get it right. I don't have time. Y'all lucky I'm here tonight on Tuesdays. Go ahead, Mooch. Try to give my time to y'all the best way I can. Shoot.
now I just look at all the risks that they had to they all of those papers they had to sign and the risks that they
Mm-hmm.
was taking. He didn't realize how much they was taking on by actually doing this experiment.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was just he didn't realize how much
They sure.
things could happen, like what could go wrong and what could be at risk and what could happen to them if this happens. So
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You are so right. And he looking like, wow. Like Dak, they sure made sure that they that they put in there that they ain't gonna be responsible if I get hurt. Shoot. At the same time, he probably was like,
mhm.
yeah, y'all gonna I'm gonna have to ignore y'all. Art Love said the mean Miss K is here. I sure am because I don't like these kind of comments. You can do both. No, I cannot. Why don't you try to go get a doctorate and see if you could do both? Don't get smart.
Why
You
you
don't
even
get smart.
answering that? Come on, let's go.
You don't get smart. That's right, young boy. We are going to fight. We're going to fight. Don't get smart with me.
No,
What's
no,
up,
no.
Ruben? What's up,
Hi,
Ruben?
Ruben.
Shoot, y'all be getting on my daggone nerves. I be Moochie. I be fighting with them sometimes. It
I know
happens,
you was just fighting with
especially,
me a couple minutes ago. So
especially
we
freaking
good
young,
though.
especially.
I know you you wanted to reach through the screen and cover my mouth. I know you did, but it's all right. Come on.
Now support gaming is getting on my nerves. So I'm gonna be done. Y'all niggas don't know my life. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Y'all don't know my life. I'm the queen multitasker. You better talk to him, Moochie.
I
Who they
keep
talking
telling
about?
you she got 8 arms. Y'all don't even know the half. Anywho, but
Don't
moving
know the
on.
half. That's why I just
Moving
zip
on.
it.
Y'all don't even know the half. She could bring home the bacon, fried up in the pan, and do all of the other stuff, and get
And
her tired.
come on here and be unappreciated and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. All right. Omar, thank you, Moochie. Um, he meets up with Prop Joe,
Mm-hmm.
and he over here talking about some, I just want to make sure that I ain't have nothing to do with whatever happened with you between you and Strang. I don't want you to think I sent him and blah blah blah. And so he said to make amends because I'm having a problem with you, make a man, not sleep at night and all that. Omar talking about something, I bet it do or I bet it does or whatever the freak he said. But anyway, he tells him that like he got to make amends. What does he have? He has a proper freaking zishin. Okay. He tells Omar about the card game and he will be able to get a lot of money. Okay. Now, before I let you elaborate on this, Moochie, let me go and give bring it in, young
Mm-hmm.
boy, bring it in. Here goes your hug.
I needed a hug too, but anywho,
Well, you didn't ask me. You didn't ask me for one. Bring it
give
in.
me a hug, Khadijah. Why he calling you by your
I don't
government
know. He
name?
always does that. This is the problem with these folks. Thank you, Jade. I'm glad you appreciate me. I appreciate you too. And you too are love. Oh, yeah, God King. I know. But see, don't say comments like that. It's a good thing I know, God King. Shoot. Go ahead, Moochie. Talk about it.
I Proposition Joe, Omar's still looking at him side eye. You can see it in this picture. I'm glad you took this shot because it's like, you know what? I don't trust this dude. Because I think
Yeah.
you kind of set me up last time. And
Mm-hmm.
he warns him, look, if this ain't on the up and up, I'm coming back at you.
Right.
So I like the fact that he did that. And he said, I'm
Yeah.
gonna scope it out.
Right. Yeah. That whole part about coming back at you, I was like, oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Wow. Anyway, we gonna leave that alone. What's next? Sorry, it's kind of like a moment of silence for a second.
What?
No, I'm just saying after we said that, I said we said gonna come back at you. I was like,
The prop
moment of silence. Can we get a moment of silence? Silence.
and he comes there, comes the blonde butchie boy. So it's just like, all right, you know, um, I like the relationship that Omar and Butchie have. I think it's like
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Me too. Yep. And I kind of it's like almost like a uncle type figure in a
Mm-hmm.
way, you know?
Yeah, somewhat of a mentor.
Right. Okay, so now we have guess who gets in trouble? Somebody named Rashid got in trouble for tagging the walls, and guess who
Mm-hmm.
freaking told? We already know
Mm-hmm.
it was Randy. And I'm just like, this daggone kid, Randy. I don't know what to say about that because I don't want to talk anything extra, but yeah, we're gonna just
Well, going back to that scene where you seen Cuddy looking at him, do you think he
okay.
was looking at him to tell him not to say anything, or like watch yourself with that, or was it like a caution, like tell him to be cautious with that because you already know you in trouble.
Mm. I thought he was trying to say you might as well just tell the truth of what you've been doing.
Yeah,
I definitely didn't think he was like
telling
going
him
to
to
tell.
snitch.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why when I found out that he snitched, I was like, he freaking snitched? Oh my gosh. So as Marlon, I think put in the chat already what was going to go on with him, which is something that I already know, but I don't remember this is like the beginning of all that. Like, yo, this freaking guy got it in his blood at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. If he does any more snitching, please do not say anything, guys. I know he's gonna do some more. I'm talking about like this little type of snitching. Ugh, this freaking kid. I loved him, but man, oh man. So yeah, now guys, Michael he gets home, takes his little brother home. You see, Randy's silent once again. He ain't got nothing to say. So he gets home and he gets home and I'm looking here and I'm like, is this Farrah from P Valley? Looking like this? Moochie
Farrah from
Farrah,
P Valley.
the coach's wife that Mercedes was getting it in with.
Ooh, is it?
I think it is. I mean, I didn't like double check or nothing, but when I said
Hold
this
on,
looks
let me go to
like Farrah.
Google. We're gonna find out right
Yeah,
now.
I was like, this is sexual chocolate. What is going on? Sexual chocolate was looking like, well, she was a crackhead, I think, right? But
Yeah.
man, oh man. So I was like, okay, I think that's who it is. But I just didn't have time to go and find out or anything like that. Let me see. Support gaming was saying something. Um, this isn't a spoiler, but if you know who Randy is related to, according to the writer, then him snitching is blood. Okay, so snitching is in his blood because he's supposed to be related to Cheese. I mean, I don't even remember Cheese
I
snitching
didn't know
like
he
that.
was related to Cheese.
Yeah, because he got the last name Wagstag or something like that. He got that same last name.
I did not know
Um,
that.
so King Consciousness is saying that Cheese is his daddy. Is it his father or is it like a cousin or something like that? Or
I had
a
no. Well, he don't keep his kid. He just put
no,
his
because
kid in the.
right.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's
That's why
weird.
I'm thrown off about it. Yeah, you're right. It is the same person.
It's her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Scripting. I mean, yeah, she wasn't stripping, but she was doing whatever she was doing. All right. So also what we didn't say in this episode is that Chris and Snoop have been staking out this kid's house because they are definitely looking for him. When they went to go get the final decision from Bodie, they was like, where the boy Michael at? So they are looking for him. So everybody is saying that the writers confirms that he is his dad. Wow, that's insane. So Cheese was just horrible, huh? All right, so now we also have that Chris and Snoop, they disappear. The store security guard. I'm glad they didn't show it, but it don't matter. It's still messed up.
They showed the
So
badge though.
yeah, they showed because they just showed him like nailing the boards back and everything, and then Snoop has his badge as a souvenir, like it's a souvenir. Like, why you do that? So Chris gonna go and take it and freaking throw it in the grass right there in front of the freaking house. Bad move.
Mm-hmm.
Bad move. I mean, I don't need to know what happens. Like, this is me. This is the same thing I do with Power. When stuff like that happens, like which I never understood why it never came back when Kane had put the chip in his mouth and then kind of just flung it over. I think it was like that first season when he was doing something with Detective Ramirez's body. And he put I thought, him having it in his mouth, DNA, blah, blah, blah. But that was just a stupid thing. It didn't work out, didn't come back for nothing. But anyway, that right there, both of their fingerprints is on that badge. He touching it. Then he gonna fling it up. I was surprised at Chris for that because, I mean, to be honest, I don't know him to be smart, but I was just surprised at that. Huh?
The body in the building, nobody gonna be looking for him.
No, I know. I'm talking about the badge though.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Listen, now that Kane, now that Freeman is on homicide, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. Everything would have probably went okay, right? But all of this could have went on a little longer. But now that Freeman is out here thinking where them bodies could be, and he started when he was at the bar, he started thinking like, yo, there was a situation where somebody put bodies in this, down, the third. Like, he was over here thinking of other scenarios where people used to put bodies. Marlo seemed like somebody that would do something like that. So he's over here putting two and two together, and he about to come up with something. And it ain't five, like like Young Boy said. So okay, what else do we have? Now we have that Omar. No, Cuddy takes Michael and Justin to a fight. And Cuddy is right here trying to, give him little pointers to look, as they're watching the fight, he's trying to give him little pointers and everything. And he's like, while they're watching it, and Michael is looking kind of annoyed, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? Why? Even when did you notice that when at the gym when he tried to like lean on him, Cuddy tried to lean on him, he moved away. I'm like, is everything okay with Michael? Why does he seem so like he don't want to do none of this stuff? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know? Okay. I got it.
I'm not even talk at this part.
Good, 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 good. All right. Yes, our love. I discussed this. I think the first episode that she uses her whole government, like even her alias. Snoop is her alias. She's called Snoop in real life. Her name is Felicia Pearson in real life. Everything is her name. She says, screw it, just give me the part. I don't care. Y'all don't gotta worry about making up the name. Mm-mm-mm. All right. So I'm just looking at it like, what the heck is going on? Why the heck is he acting like he just doesn't even want to be around anybody? And I'm like, okay, well, does he have some type of trauma from a man? You know what I'm saying, doing something to him or whatever? Because he just seems like he doesn't want nobody to school him. So that's all I gotta say about that. Now we got since you decide that you're gonna keep your mouth shut on this part. Now Omar, your man's, he comes up in the card game and he takes the ring too, the money and the ring. Ain't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
The ring that was taken from the dude from Andre as collateral or whatever. This dude comes full circle because he's the same one that took the stash. Now he took the ring that was confiscated for the stash. Just like, this is too poetic. So go ahead, Muji. Say what you want to say about this scene because this is your man's Omar.
Please stop, young boy and art love. Come on.
Yeah, all right. I'm done. You take them out. Take the you got to delete those comments.
I can't. It's not
All
letting me do
right.
it.
All right, never mind. No problem.
I don't want to
I'm
put
gonna
them
just
on timeout, so I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to
have
get
to
rid of
say,
it. Trying not to put them on timeout.
huh? I cannot right now. Okay, but all right. So y'all done screwed it. Oh gosh, I wish I didn't see that. Um,
I'm trying to. I can't even hit the hide button.
no, it's
You know,
okay. I took myself. I'm not looking in the chat anymore. So that's it for tonight. I'm not gonna bother to highlight nobody else stuff because I gotta stay out the chat because these folks are not trying to respect anything. Um, So yeah, go ahead, Mooch. Sorry, you say you like. Did you like the scene?
I like this scene because this is the first interaction we see with Omar and Marlo,
Mm-hmm.
and he trying to play the tough guy, but oh, Omar ain't having that. You gonna
Mm-mm.
give it up? Get down and lay down.
Get that later.
You know, you gonna
we
give it
gonna have to
up.
get. We gonna have to get like a little clip. Get down or lay down every single
Mm-hmm.
time. Yeah, he was like, "This ain't over." He's like, "Oh, that's how you want to play it, shorty." He like, I could find your people's a whole lot easier than they could find me. I like how he just said weird and good health. I don't like Marlo, but I like that response. Weird and good health. Ugh. But dag, I don't even want to talk about it. Anywho, so I, I was I was thinking to myself, like, what if Marlo, like, as he's looking around everybody, he's looking at these guys like, did y'all try to freaking set me up? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Um Also, before we close, we also had at the end of the night, Cuddy dropped off what's his name? Justin. And then you can tell that what's his name, as Justin was getting out. He was okay. Like, see, now I'm starting to, I feel like I'm starting to put things together that he probably was touched by a man or something like that, because he don't even feel comfortable being
Being
just with,
by himself
yeah,
with him.
by himself with him. And Cuddy hasn't shown any kind of like indication that he would want to do something like that. So yeah, I'm just something, I feel like my memory too is trying to come back as far as something, but I don't know. Yeah, okay. That's it. So Michael, he doesn't want him to drop him off. He decides to get out when Justin gets out. And I knew that was gonna happen. I said he's not gonna stay in the car with him. It's either he gonna say have a conversation. I thought maybe he would have some little small awkward conversation, but then I realized nah, he's gonna get out the car.
I was wondering why he turned at the corner to watch the car leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And did he think that Cuddy was gonna come after him or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of that's weird. So right now Michael is kind of a mystery. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously his story will continue to unfold as we go along, but he's a mystery. And I don't, like I said, I don't really remember a lot of
He's
the.
a mystery. We saw he didn't want to take not Omar, Marlo's money that day. So
Hmm.
it seems like he doesn't want to be in a life like that. So
Yeah.
he seems like he's a person where he has standards for himself. Like
Hmm.
he doesn't want to do certain things, and he's not for he's basically trying to find his way right now.
Hmm. Yeah. He's not. Um. He's not like a follower either, so I like that about him.
Hmm.
Oh boy. So anyway, let me see. Marlon said all that punking out Marlo was doing to everybody else. Now he got punked out by Omar. Exactly. And that's another
Hmm.
reason why I like the scene and why I
Yep.
had to choose this picture right here.
And
Because
then he was trying to wear it in good health.
right. So young boy says that he didn't spoil it because I showed the picture. Okay, well, one bad thing happened to Marlo and then another, I guess, but you know what it is. You know what it is. All right, guys, we are pretty much done. The episode goes off. It goes off like that with what's his name, just going down the street,
Hmm.
walking down the street. I know that the Wire. One thing about the Wire is that it goes off. It ends every episode. That it's so. A lot of times, it's just like it seems like a meaningless ending, right?
Hmm.
It's not meaning. I don't want to say meaningless. It's eventless. Nothing really going on like that.
The way it ended, it still makes you think of what's going on with this kid. So
Mhm.
that's that's the feeling I left with it when
Right.
the way he went up the block, the way he got out the car, once he
Mhm.
saw that he was being dropped off last,
Right.
and
Yeah. Right. That's
it's
why I
just
had to
makes you
change it
think
to because it's
about
not meaningless. Everything has a meaning, but it's just like a lot of times you'll see it won't be something that I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to the next. That you know how some episode make you feel like, oh my gosh,
it.
I can't wait to the next one, this and that. It always has some type of like, you know,
Cliffhanger.
yeah, but
That's
this
what I.
one, but The Wire doesn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
The only one that they had that on was probably like with Stringer Bell or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they normally have like a pretty chill ending, just like the last episode was with Naaman playing a video game, and I think it just kind of showed us that this kid is a spoiled kid. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's good. It's of course it's great writing, and that's just that. All right. Yes. Thank you, Eric S. He said, "Yeah, I need to demonstrate some more self control." In the chat. Yeah, these are listen, Eric, these are my troublemakers, you know? That's what they do. They do that to me. But anyway, I love them all. So, Moochie, we're about to get up out of here. Do you have anything that's happening on your channel?
Yes, tomorrow I am coming on live to talk about episode 9 of Power. And I will be doing a pregame also Thursday night at 8. And
Mhm.
Yellow Jackets is coming. I'm trying to catch up with everything, so I'm trying to
Nice.
get back on track. I was away.
Is. Hey RC, I think I forgot to say hi to you. So
Hey, RC.
sorry, so sorry. You know, we've been on one tonight. We've been bickering. Well, I've been bickering with the chat, bickering with Moochie. Yes, me and Miss K on a roll.
Mm.
I can't wait till we get backstage, Moochie. You get on my nerves. Hold on, can you talk to them real quick for me?
Oh, also, I'm also doing on Sunday throwback at 4 p.m. Cooley High. You guys need to come through so we can reminisce and talk about the classic 1975 Cooley High. Ew. Let me see what else. I like what you said. It was, oh yeah, young boy Omar going at Marlo made me like him more. I did. I liked him. I like those two. I like that he was intimidated by him, but I want to see how far it goes. Like how much he's gonna be scared of him and things like that. Yes, we are talking about Cooley High. Oh man. So I had put it in on my community tab. So y'all please be sure to check it out.
Yes, please check it out and we will see you next time. Young boy said I was grumpy, but you know what? Being around me for these past, I don't know how, some of y'all been with me since Eric S has been with me since I started this channel. So that's about
Um,
probably three,
and
about to
me
go
and
on
Miss
3
K, that's
years.
like a friendly banter. So that don't even
Yeah.
worry about that. I'm not,
Yeah, I ain't even worry about you. Girl,
I ain't not worried.
I ain't
I ain't
worried
not
about
worried.
you
I just
again.
not trying not to do the
I ain't not worried
spoilers.
about you again. No. You
I
know.
just trying not to do the spoilers.
All right, y'all. Love you guys. We will talk to you later. Bye bye.
Bye. Oh
I'm gonna call
man.
you.